Let's see there. It's Tyler here with Points Marketing. What am I doing? I'm using the washroom. I'm about to wash my hands with this beautiful matte black Delta commercial proximity faucet. What's that? You've never heard of a Delta matte black proximity faucet before? You know what? Let me just finish washing my hands here, and then I'll show you how it works. Alright guys, let's talk about this beautiful matte black proximity faucet behind me. One quick thing you might notice is there's no sensor glass on there. Because like most Delta commercial products, you can always see the sensor where it's picking up the signal. But on this faucet, it's not there. I know you're wondering, Tyler, how does it work? Well, let me show you. Actually, the faucet itself is the sensor. So if you go within 4 inches of this faucet, it's going to activate it. And the nice thing with this faucet too is you can actually program it. So right now it's set to a max of 10 seconds for running. But as soon as you pull your hand away, it'll turn off. You can set the max time. It comes factory set for 10 seconds, but it can run up to 3 minutes. Then for metering mode, if you did have the metering mode, as soon as you turn it on, you could set it anywhere to run from 7 seconds up to 4 minutes. And yeah, so this thing's pretty slick. It's always safe, and it's good to know you got a good product in your building there. And let's go underneath and have a better look at how it's wired up. All right, guys, let's talk about what's underneath this beautiful proximity faucet here. One quick thing you might notice is we have brand new, beautiful black control boxes with Delta. Because just compared to the old ones, we have the gray style with the older brass solenoids, and then you have to have an Allen key to get into those guys. So now with this black one, it's a lot smaller. So this is the actual control box here, but this one actually has the battery box attached. So you can, if you do have a battery operated model, it will come with both of these, but for just a hardwire, unless you have a battery backup, it'll come with just this sleek guy right here. And then also it has a Phillips head to get in there, unlike the Allen key. And then we'll just take a quick peek. And the nice thing with these guys is everything has a nice place to slide in. So what I'm gonna do right away is pull out this controller and just talk about programming this beautiful faucet here. All right guys, before I pull the controller out and show you how to program this, I need to show you the most crucial thing there is to these proximity faucets, and that's the sensor wire. So as you can see here, the sensor snaps on to the shank here. Just make sure this is pointed away from any metal. And as you can see, it has a nice thick black control wire. So then the thing about this guy is it cannot actually touch any metal because that'll interfere with the signal. So the nice thing what Delta does is it sends the faucets with 2 braided hoses. So one for the inlet and the outlet of the solenoid here. And these are actually made of a polymer, they're not metal. So that's how you can run the sensor wire, and you can zip tie it along till it goes to the control box. Then there's actually a specific spot in the control box for the thick wire to go into. That way, so it's loose and there's no pinching. Because yeah, if this sensor wire touches metal or it's pinched, it will mess with the signal. So just make sure when you install this, that sensor is pointed away from any metal, and this does not touch any metal at all except the field supplied braided hoses that Delta sends it with. All right guys, I got the controller pulled out, and let's talk about programming this faucet. So we open the manual here, we got the quick reference guide. So as you can see, we've got the letters on the left here. So for example, D is for sensor sensitivity, and M is for metering mode, and so on. And then the factory default settings. This is what it comes set at outside the box. And then numbers to program it. So let's just do a quick program here. So you go in the controller, hold down the left button, the mode button, it'll turn on. There you go. And let's scroll to hit the letter D. Right there. So factory set of 5, let's bump her up to 10, max. And then let's find the letter M for metering mode. There it is set off. Let's turn it for 30 seconds, why not? So that way, so once you activate this bad boy, you go in the field within 4 inches, it'll turn on and run for 30 seconds and then turn off. And then the nice thing too is once that the digital numbers turn off, it is programmed. So there you go, it's ready to go. I'll slide this controller back in, and then we'll just touch on a few more things on this beautiful proximity faucet. All right guys, let's talk about powering up this bad boy. So as I mentioned earlier, you can use battery power, so it comes with a separate battery box. But if you want to hardwire it in, you can, for one, use the plug-in adapter. So it's nice, pretty, but if you don't have an outlet, you can hardwire. So we got the transformer here. So one nice thing they changed with the design is you only need to run a ground wire to the transformer itself. And from there, you just run the control wire to the faucet with an AC filter in between. Because with the AC filter, in case there's any power fluctuations, it runs a nice clean signal to the faucet itself. And then off the transformer, you can actually run up to 5 of these different faucets. And so that's basically a snapshot of the whole proximity faucet. And one thing I wanted to point out too, is that in the washroom here, we have the nice matte black proximity faucet. We also have nice, beautiful matching matte black commercial soap dispensers. Just wanted to make sure you guys are aware of those. So anyway, that has been a snapshot of the Delta proximity faucets. All right guys, that was a nice little overview of the Delta proximity faucets. So you can see here, we have, yes, the nice chrome and also luxurious matte black faucets with accessories such as the touchless soap dispenser. So anyway, guys, I just really want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. So I remind you guys, you keep it classy out there, and we'll see you again.